Oh, a song. I was to start raining in here. Joining us this evening, if you're joining us on the Facebook stream, if you're joining us on YouTube, if you're joining us on Twitter or Instagram or wherever you find your podcast, we appreciate it as always. We're opening it up to this week with Make It Rain by Lil Wayne and Fat Joe, which is Josh Donaldson's walk-up music. Because we just like to keep changing it up. We'll run out of music sooner or later, no? We'll go ahead and just recycle it. There's always some good stuff to follow. But, thanks for joining us. It's been a pretty interesting week to talk about, though. And with me, as always, is Lisa Garcia. Lisa, what's up?
Hey. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm shouting out one of my two people today because two people have birthdays that I know. So happy birthday to my friend Kathleen, and happy birthday to my friend Amy's son, Jason, who is a big Yankee fan as well. He comes from a Yankee-loving family. So I had to shout out my two people. And I had a great weekend, Ed. I love going to the pool in the summer, and that's what I did this morning. And I got home in time for our podcast because I'm a responsible person, and we committed to doing it today. And then yesterday, we swept our games, and we had great games.
We did. Very exciting.
Yes. So it was a great weekend. We had a really good time.
No, we did. We had some wings. We had an insane, huge order of nachos. Chicken nachos. Oh, my God.
Those nachos were everything.
Yeah, they really were. I didn't even get any of the tater tots. I didn't get, but I was absolutely good. So, it was a fun, nice Saturday. It's always better when you win the games, right?
Absolutely, it's much more fun.
adds a little more to it.
Just a little bit better.
A little bit better. I can't explain it.
I think it wasn't the weekend. It was Thursday, right? You got to see the new Thor movie, which you're representing on your shirt today.
Yes, because I went with Tim and his son to go. So that's why I went again. But whatever, it was just an excuse to go see it again. It's a lot of fun. So. I'll save that for the other show come Thursday. Yes. But yeah, but the Thor thing did cause me to miss the captain screening at the stadium, which I was trying to give those tickets away because I knew I was trying my best to make it, and just couldn't make it. So. It kind of sucks, but I know a couple of people, one of our teammates went to go see it and said it was really exciting, really cool time. So, next time.
And shout out to Randy, who is the director, who we both know. I think that's really dope that he was able to do that project and bring a passion of his to life. So happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty awesome. It's great to see like hardcore fans and real fans get to go ahead and meet they say not to meet your heroes, but sometimes I think it is cool to meet them. So.
Yes, it is.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into it. We wanted to go ahead and discuss the All-Star Game starters that were announced the other day, even though the reserves are being announced as we're doing our show. So if we can get that info to you, we will, but we want to focus on the starters, specifically the AL starters. Because the Yankees are in the American League, and that's just how we're going to roll with it. So we're getting the graphic up right now, and boom, there it is. We got our All-Star Game starters. So I know we were trying to promote and push to get the Trevino and Stanton to join Judge in the All-Star Game, the starters position players. Unfortunately, Jose Trevino was not voted in, but hopefully he'll get in as a reserve, but we did get Giancarlo Stanton in, though.
Woo!
So that's awesome.
That is more than awesome, Ed.
Yeah, it really is. I personally could say I was stuffing the ballot box as much as I could.
As was I.
And you used to grab as many of those cards as you possibly could and just literally stuff the ballot box, but way more convenient to do it online, I would have to say. But yeah, we got the. I mean, obviously it's an All-Star game, so the starters are there. Pretty loaded lineup. You got Stanton joining Mike Trout and Aaron Judge in the outfield. You got Rafael Devers at third base and Tim Anderson at shortstop. Jose Altuve at second base.
Definitely did not vote for him.
Nope, I absolutely did not. It was anyone but Altuve.
Yes.
But I can't act like he is not deserving in a way. He's having a good season, but not voting for him. Yeah, I have to call it how it is. Then you have Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first base. And
happy for him.
Alejandro Kirk, who did beat out Trevino at catcher, which is going to be odd because he's one of these guys that gets on my nerves. Alejandro Kirk, I just feel like he was like I thought he was like only good against the Yankees. It just kind of feels like he has his career games against the Yankees, and that's about it. And Shohei Ohtani at DH, who will probably also get voted in as a pitcher because he's actually having also a phenomenal season on the mound. I would even say he's having a better season as a pitcher than he is as a hitter so far this season. So that rounds out the All-Star Game starters for the American League. So bravo to those who also stuffed the ballot for Giancarlo Stanton. So
yes, thank you all so much for that. I really appreciate it. That meant a lot to me.
Yeah, and I saw that he's considering he might do the home run derby.
Oh,
I would love to see that. I would love to see him and Judge in the home run derby, but I know Judge has already said
Judge is not doing it.
Yeah, he's not doing it, and they're all players who feel like it takes a lot out of them and it screws up their swing and stuff. And he's having too much of an important season to start screwing around with the home run derby. But
yeah.
So that would be pretty cool if he gets to do that back home. He did it in San Diego a couple of years ago, and he was a beast in it. So going back home, a little more incentive. So that's the American League starters. I could not find the graphic for the National League starters. I completely admit that. So we'll focus on the American League starters, being that the Yankees are in the American League. Yeah.
I do have a list of their names.
Yeah, go ahead. You could go ahead and reel them off. I want the damn graphic to go with it. Whatever.
All right. So for the National League catcher is Wilson Contreras of the Cubs. First base is Paul Goldschmidt of St. Louis. Second base is this guy's name is awesome. It's Jazz Chisholm Jr. of the Marlins. I just love his name. Third base, no surprise here. Very happy he got all the votes. Manny Machado of the Padres. Sorry, I said that very Spanish. Of the Padres. Shortstop is Trey Turner of the Dodgers. Outfield is Jacques Peterson of the San Francisco Giants. Another outfielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Braves. Another one that I'm not surprised at, and their last outfielder, Mookie Betts of the Dodgers. And their DH, Bryce Harper of the Phillies with the beautiful hair.
It looks like my ballot was pretty true. I mean, that's who I was kind of voting for, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I voted for like 95% of each of these. Obviously, with the American League, you know who I did not vote for. But I voted for Rafael Devers. I did because he deserved it. He's having a great year. It hurt me to do it, but I did because I'm being fair. But I just couldn't with Jose Altuve. Sorry, not sorry.
No, I can't do that. There were no Astros, no Red Sox. That was my line of draw. But I will say that there was a story that came out too that probably the Mets and the Red Sox teamed up to like have people try to promote, like cross promote, to have their players voted into. What the hell is this? Why? There's no teaming up with the Red Sox by any stretch of the imagination. So
no, that should never happen.
Yeah, but I thought that was a little weak, but not here to take shots at the Mets or anything like that.
I will say I am surprised that Pete Alonso didn't get voted in. I voted for him.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get in as a reserve, and he'll be in the home run derby because he absolutely loves the home run derby, and he crushes it in the home run derby. So it'll be fun to see him get to participate. And I do love his enthusiasm in the home run derby. He gets really into it. And I also love the fact when I get his name in our home run derby pool,
Yeah, I don't love when you do. I was just about to ask you if we're doing that again because
Of
I'm so
course.
in.
No,
However,
I'm never going to not do that.
I have to say, if Giancarlo Stanton's in it, I must have him.
You want me to rig the bull?
Come on. Who else would appreciate him winning as much as me? Look, all right, just so
I would
you all
probably be
know.
second to you, but
just so you all know, every year for the All-Star game, Ed and his wife Angie are very creative when it comes to special event sporting things. So one of the things they do is a home run derby pool, and we get randomly eight people, right?
It's usually eight. Yes, it's 8 in there. Yeah,
eight friend. We represent each of the 8 players that are in the home run derby, and we get randomly selected to a player. This year, I am asking that I don't get randomly selected if Giancarlo Stanton is playing, and y'all know why. Don't you think that's reasonable? If you've been watching the show, you know that I would love to represent Giancarlo Stanton in the home run pool. I'm just saying, if you all agree, put that on our Facebook page. Say Lisa should get. Let me see. Lisa with GC. I don't know. Make up a hashtag. I don't care. But I'm calling it. If Giancarlo Stanton's in there, I must have him, or I'm not playing in the pool.
If you get Stanton, people.
I didn't hear you. You cut out.
I said if you got Stanton, it would seem like I was rigging the pool there.
No, but I'm naming it. I'm saying, like, give him to me this one time, just this 1 year.
Oh boy, we shall see. Let's see what happens when we get him there.
Come on.
We'll shall see. I got to keep it fair. It's names out of a hat, literally old school names drawn out of a hat. But we'll see. I hope you do. If he's in it, I hope you do get it. And if not you, I would like to also draw Stanton's name. I did have
no. You always get the one that wins.
No, I don't. I won the pool like once or twice.
You got him with Pete Alonso last
year. I did. Sure. I mean, I was excited. I even like to put on a wager on top of that, like a regular bet, to say, "Hey, Pete Alonso, let's go," because he's so into it. He takes it so seriously.
I know.
You gotta like his chances. So,
absolutely.
All right, let's get into our weekly recap of the week that was when the Yankees opened up a 2-game series with the Pirates, but they did drop the opening game 5-2. Jameson Taillon, not his best start. He's having gone through a little bit of a rough patch, so hopefully that straightens up tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. But Taillon got his second loss of the season, dropping his record to 9-2. It only lasted 5 1/3 with 6 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks though, 5 Ks. Aaron Judge was 1 for 5 with an RBI. Matt Carpenter was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Gleyber Torres was 2 for 3 with a run scored and RBI. And IKF was 3 for 4 with a run scored. So actual base hits and base runners were not the problem for the Yanks this night. They just were not driving any of them in, which can drive you completely up the wall. Like it was so frustrating because you're like, it's right there. Just manufacture some damn runs. Let's get the big hit. But it was not to be. And the Pirates, they had to hit a couple of homers too off for Taillon. And the Yankees lost 2 games in a row. Help us. What are we gonna do? They're only 15 games up in the division. What are we gonna do? So that would get answered the next night.
It would. Before we move over to there, though, I just want to name that. I hope I'm saying this guy's name right. Jack Suwinski. When he hit his 2-run home run in the 4th inning, that was his 14th home run, which leads all National League rookies and is the second among Major League rookies. So good for him. And I thought it was a really nice touch that the Pirates gave Jameson Taillon a video tribute on his return to the stadium as a Yankee.
Yeah, because he was drafted by them and came up with them. He was with them for a while. People forget Jameson Taillon's been through a lot of shit. Multiple Tommy John surgeries. I believe he had was it testicular cancer?
Testicular cancer, yeah.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. He's a pretty young guy still, so
yeah.
He's battled through a lot of it, and he's having a great season. So
yeah, and they interviewed him. They interviewed him during the game last night. I don't know if you caught it. It was a really quick inning, unfortunately. Well, actually, fortunately, because we were the ones pitching when he, so it was good that it was short. But he talked about that a little bit. He said he named that like his last couple starts haven't been great. He's trying to course correct. But he talked about having cancer and having the Tommy John surgeries and what it means to be on the Yankees right now, and uh, how the clubhouse, like responds to one another and how everybody's so professional. So, but he also named that it was really, it felt really good to be back in Pittsburgh and to be. He talked about one of his favorite places that he liked to go to. So it was cool. And then they randomly talked about cargo shorts with both him and Chris
Chris
Sales.
Sale. Yeah, that was an ongoing thing throughout the broadcast last night. It started with Sale. I was laughing because I own cargo shorts. They don't look pretty, but they're functional. They're comfortable. You can carry stuff in your pockets instead of carrying a bag. And I'm with Chris Sale 100%. I'm hoping, I don't know who decides when things go in fashion and go out of fashion, but it'll get recycled around. So I'm going to hold on to them.
Listen, if fanny packs can come back into fashion, cargo shorts, which I think are very practical, should never go out of fashion, because I don't know why fanny packs came back. Some things just don't need to come back.
I agree. I also think I was also kind of annoyed when snapbacks came back in because I wear fitted caps. So all these cool hats, for a while I was seeing the front of it. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me go see if they got my size. Snapback. And my big ass head looks ridiculous in the snapback. So I'm like, mother, get out of here with this damn snapback.
So as a girl, I like snapbacks because I can put my hair through.
I get it. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm not hating on that aspect of it, but they should at least still make the fitted version of it. Is really my point. Make both versions and go with that.
Agree.
Yeah, but the Yanks went ahead and took a split of the series in Pittsburgh, emphatically winning the second game 16-0. Luis Severino got his 5th win of the season. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 Ks. So didn't quite have the strikeout stuff going, but still getting outs one way or the other. But Aaron Judge was 3 for 4 with his 30th home run, which was also a grand slam later in the game. So he had 4 RBIs, a walk, and a stolen base. Josh Donaldson was 2 for 5 with his 7th home run of the season, with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Aaron Hicks, who didn't even start this game, who came in, was 2 for 2 with his 4th home run of the season. 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a double. Joey Gallo even got into the act with his 10th home run of the season with 2 RBIs and 2 walks. And there were a couple of strikeouts mixed in. So if you were playing Joey Gallo bingo, Kagashioka was 2 for 5 with his 5th home run of the season, driving in 2 with 2 runs scored. Giancarlo Stanton had his 21st home run of the season. DJ LeMahieu was 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a stolen base. And IKF was 4 for 6 with 3 runs scored and a stolen base. So huge night for the Bombers offense. And yes, we will take a. Let me see if I can.
Okay, while you're trying to figure out what
No. I shut off the air conditioner. I've talked about the air conditioner on previous shows, so I don't care. We can acknowledge it.
All right, well, I don't know if it's that or not, but yeah, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's you or the AC, so we'll see in a minute. But yeah, folks, we're having technical difficulties in terms of what I'm hearing, but hopefully Ed turning off the air conditioner will solve that. And at the same time, I don't want my co-host to pass out, so thankfully it's not too hot out. I did want to mention though, Judge with his grand slam in the 8th inning, he became the 2nd player in American League history with multiple seasons of 30-plus home runs before the All-Star break. I know you know who the other person was, but I'm going to let you guess.
Let's see. Roger Maris, Babe Ruth.
Not a Yankee, and my favorite number.
Oh.
I think he wore my favorite number. No, maybe he didn't.
Let's say Willie Mays?
Nope.
Willie Mason played his National League.
Nope. He might not have worn my favorite number. Maybe I just wish he did. But
right,
not a Yankee. Refused to be a Yankee.
Oh, wait, no, he did wear your favorite number. It was Ken Griffey Jr.
There you go.
Yeah, he did. I went past Griffey and I was already shooting for Willie Mays over there. So
yeah.
I have a love-hate relationship with Ken Griffey Jr.
I know. Yeah, I think that was my only stat for this game, though, which I think is amazing. I mean, again, second player in American League history to do that.
So the blip happened. But did you cut out or no?
You cut out each time. It doesn't look like I do.
Okay. So I don't think it is the air conditioning, but we'll get that, try to work through this and get that straightened out.
So, folks, every time you see me look a little confused for 5 seconds, that's what's happening.
All right, so the Yanks went ahead and moved on to Boston. They opened up the 4-game set against the Red Sox, edging them 6-5. Pretty wild game that was going on. Garrett Cole got his 8th win of the season. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. And Clay Holmes came in and picked up his 16th save of the season. Josh Donaldson was 2 for 4 with his 8th home run of the year, which was a grand slam also, with 4 RBIs. Aaron Hicks was 2 for 4 with his 5th home run of the year, 2 runs scored. Gleyber Torres, 2 for 5 with a run scored and a stolen base. And Jose Trevino was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Garrett Cole, actually, his stat line, I think, is pretty deceiving for this game because I thought he looked pretty damn good outside of Rafael Devers just owning him. I mean, some of the pitches he hit out were pretty tough pitches. And he has incredible career numbers against him. So if Cole might line up, I didn't even take a look, he might line up to pitch the next Sunday night game. Next Sunday afternoon at the stadium. He gets a crack at Devers, you better change up the game plan. Maybe some high fastballs and lay off the breaking shit low because he is absolutely teeing off on it. So whatever the game plan was, tear it up, throw it out, burn it, do whatever you got to do, and please get a new one fast.
I don't know if he's going to be pitching because I have him pitching game 1 with the Reds on the 12th.
On Tuesday, right? So
yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Wednesday,
Friday.
Friday, Saturday. So,
yeah, he might.
He would. He does line up to pitch the Sunday game. So
which is exciting because we're both going to that game. I think. Oh.
What happened?
It happened again. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Sorry. No, I was like, I'm going to be there. I know for a fact I'll be there. I'll be there with Angie.
I'm going to be there too. So you originally invited me, but then I got an upgraded seat. Do you not remember that?
No, I do. I absolutely
and I
do.
said, hey, Ed, you can give my ticket to somebody else.
Oh, okay. So I'll take my wife to that game. I
I told you that. As soon as I found out, I told you.
Oh, no, that's all good. It's all good. we will be in our grandstand 420B seats. It's all good. I will not be in the sun, so
that's anyway. Yeah, that's good. Your seats are dope.
So I can't complain about that. All right, but the Yanks went ahead and took their Friday night game, which was an Amazon Prime game, and you mentioned it was also on MLB Network. They didn't black it out in the
MLB Extra, and I don't know. When I looked it up on my phone where it was playing, it said MLB Extra Innings, and I was like, So then I reached out to you, and thankfully Ed saved the day for me. He was like, "No, it's on Prime," so I was very happy about that.
Yeah, because I don't want to deal with random announcers as much as humanly possible. So
I can't stand random announcers.
But the Yankees went ahead and crushed the Red Sox by a final of 12-5. Nestor Cortez, not his greatest start. He got a no decision, going 3 2/3 with 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Miguel Castro, though, picked up the win in relief, his 5th win of the season, going an inning and a third with 1 hit and 3 strikeouts. Lucas Litke, though, picked up the old school save, his first of the season, going 3 innings and a third with 1 hit and 1 walk and 6 strikeouts, pretty much preserving the bullpen to be able to pitch tonight and yesterday. Josh Donaldson, though, remained red hot, 1 for 4 with his 9th homer of the season with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a walk, and a stolen base. Matt Carpenter, who but and 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a double. So Yanks bouncing out in a big way and making sure that this one was not so close as the game on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. And with this win, the Yankees got their Major League Baseball leading 14th game with 10 plus runs scored for the season.
And people have the nerve to complain about the offense. I mean, it is inconsistent at times. I'm not going to say that it's not, but last couple of days they are hitting home runs. They're stealing base. They're running wild on the Red Sox. I mean, even sometimes to a fault. You know. And this was the game, by the way, the second game in a row. There was one yesterday, too, where there's been some trouble with Red Sox defenders
at dusk.
Tracking fly balls. It seems to happen once a game.
Yes. I mean, Arroyo during the first game looked totally hopeless. Like, he was just like, ah. Did you notice, though, in the top of the fourth, when Donaldson went to steal third, there was a throwing error and that Rafael Devers got called for interference, so he was going to be safe home regardless.
Mm-hmm. The second time in the game that he was also, because there was also time Trevino was going for a pop-up, and he stood in the way, which I don't think that one was intentional. I think he kind of just finished the swing and was watching the ball himself and having to be there. The one at third base was totally intentional. And but it was gamesmanship in a way. I mean, he was acting like a tag. It's not like rec softball where that's obviously bush league and stuff, and Major League Baseball.
It's not like Alex Rodriguez being like, "Hey, I got it."
Yeah, or slapping gloves or whatever dumb shit he used to do. So I was okay, but you're right though. The umps thankfully picked up on the call, and he was going to be in no matter what. But not losing the fly ball in right field is a totally helpless feeling. I mean, I don't know if that ever happened to you playing at all, where you just totally lost a ball. In the infield, and I had looked up in the lights, and this was not too long after I got my LASIK surgery, so the lights were a little bit more glaring, and I was like, I have no idea where it is. I was just hoping to not get hit in the face with it at that point.
I missed a small part of what you said, so I don't know if you were talking about 145th Street, which was terrible. Huh?
128th. 128th. No, 145th was awful. Yeah.
145th at dusk. If you were playing, it depended on the field you were playing at. If you were playing on the field where the outfield looked at the highway, you were done. You were done. You couldn't see. You had to pray nothing got hit to you because the lights weren't. There were too many trees. So even with the lights on, the trees kind of like sometimes like cover the lights. Yeah. And forget it. I also remember one time I was on a women's, I can't remember if it was fast pitch or modified team, and we played at 112th and 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And we were playing a championship game, and the game went past dusk, and like people were putting their phone lights on because they wouldn't end the game because the game was like almost over by the time it got dark. And we were just praying that, like, again, like you wouldn't get hit by the ball because it got dark real quick. Wow. And they wouldn't call the game. We were like, okay, this is just a championship. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. You got to postpone the game. And you got to postpone the game. And I'm turning the air conditioner back off. It's not stopping the looking. Whatever.
It's okay. It's happening with or without. So. Yeah.
So this I'll say a little more comfortable in here. For that, but you got to postpone the game and just get another time for lights. You don't want someone to get drilled in the face with a long drive. So
no, I've been drilled in the face once before in my life. Never need that to happen again.
Same here. Wasn't paying attention. Wasn't even playing in the game. Dropped the third game of the series, which. Can't see. Oh, there we go. As a final 6-5 in extra innings. Jordan Montgomery took the no decision, going 5 2/3 with 5 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 4 Ks. So runs for Monty. Okay, I mean a lot of that came in extra innings, and he was long out of the game though. Wandy Peralta took the loss, his second of the season, pushing his record to 2-2. Aaron Hicks was 1 for 3 with a 6th home run of the season. Anthony Rizzo back in the lineup, thankfully. 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, a run scored in a double, as Rizzo was out of the lineup with back spasms for most of the week. Aaron Judge was 2 for 5 with an RBI and a double. Good to see him back in the field also, because he was started the game in right field and moved his way to center. So good to see that, because he was out of the lineup for a few days, and then some people overreacting a little bit. Oh no, it's days off and blah blah blah. Listen, you're able to win the first 2 games, and you rested Judge, you rested Rizzo. The next night you rested Stanton, and then you had rested it was IKF or whatever. If you can keep winning games against your top rival and you're resting players at the same time, that's the luxury you have being 15, 16 games up. So you can do that. Any slight thing, hey, don't worry about it, man. Take it easy. Have the night off. We're not pushing anything. So that's the reward you get for playing at such a high level that they've had. So I don't think it's usually something.
I do want to name 2 what I thought were pretty amazing defensive plays. So in the bottom of the second, Xander Bogart, Alex Verdugo hit a chopper, and it bounced really high, and Josh Donaldson bare hand caught it and threw him out at first. I thought that was an awesome play. And then in let me see what inning it was in. Yeah, this was freaking amazing. Where
IKF?
is my note? IKF, his sliding stop throw out of Xander Bogaerts that was a grounder deep in the hole at shortstop. And then so I thought he was safe by a hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they showed the replay, I was like, oh my God, he was out. Oh my, I lost it on IKF. I was like, yeah. That play was, even if he was safe, that was still an amazing play. But
yeah, so difficult.
The play was even more awesome because he got him out.
Yeah, I mean, it's also somewhat the slide is a little bit different, but Jeter's trademark play, jump throw in the hole, a little bit differently, and it's an incredibly difficult play. But you're right; those are 2 outstanding defensive plays that were made last night. And the Yanks, I mean, they could have wrapped this up in the extra innings. Peralta got the grounder to Donaldson. He kind of lost it on the transfer. He only got 1 out. Could have been 2 outs and would have went ahead and ended the game. Ironically, Jeter Downs is the one who scores the game-winning run, and whatever. Listen, the teams are going to get each other. Yanks are going to get the Red Sox. The Red Sox are going to find ways to get the Yanks. Red Sox are a good team too, so it is what it is. They also had the matchup, right? They had second and third. You had the lefty Peralta against Verdugo. You got to go after him. Verdugo's one of these guys. Him and Christian Vasquez get on my nerves with the Red Sox, right? It's just there's something that it's like you think you're you carry yourself like you're the man, but you're really not, and it kind of annoys me. It's like, Rafael Devers is a beast. That's a home. So Xander Bogaerts differently. You're Alex Verdugo. Chill out. You're Alex Verdugo. Stop.
So I did want to name a fun fact. Jeter Downs, when he got his RBI, that came on, like you just said, on the 11th anniversary of Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit, which he was named after. So I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah, it's so weird how a lot of that seems to happen in baseball.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. And Jeter Downs got his call up. It seems to have all worked out. It was just something that looks like it was just meant to be last night. But again, you're up X amount of games. You won the first 2 games of the series. You can. It's annoying, but you can let it go. And then you just got to go ahead and take tonight's game. So that's the main thing. Speaking of tonight's game, though, we do have a lineup for Sunday Night Baseball, though. So let's go ahead and get that graphic up here.
And I also have our pitchers.
Yeah, we got the boom. There it is. So, Lisa, you want to go ahead with the lineup for tonight's game?
Absolutely. At second base, we have Le Machine, DJ LeMahieu, batting first. And then in right field, we have who I hope is our next captain. I'm just going to keep saying that till it happens. Try to manifest it. We have Aaron Judge in the 2 slot. In batting third is our first baseman Anthony Rizzo. Playing left field for the first time in a while is my favorite Yankee, Giancarlo Stanton, and I guess he's getting some practice in because apparently he's playing left field in the All-Star game. Josh Donaldson is batting fifth and playing third base. Matt Carpenter is DHing, which I'm very excited about. And I'm gonna say that I'm finally okay with him wearing the number 24. I do think it should be retired. He's all right, but I do think it should be retired at some point. But whatever. I guess we can argue about that. Aaron Hicks, who has been kind of hot the last few days, is playing in center field. One of my favorite Yankees for a totally different reason than Giancarlo Stanton, Jose Trevino will be catching. And then we have Isaiah Kiner-Falefa playing shortstop and batting ninth. And do you want me to just jump right into the pitchers?
Well, I was going to say we just got some information regarding the All-Stars that have been named from the Yankees as the reserves.
Hot off the press.
All right, so
is Jose Trevino in there?
Jose Trevino. Our game as well, deservedly so. He leads the most relievers in just about every statistical category, so no shock there. Garrett Cole has been named an All-Star as well, not surprising there. And Nasty Nestor Cortez has also been named to the All-Star team.
Yes! This is amazing.
The Yanks will be well represented at the All-Star game in LA in a couple of weeks. So great to see all of that coming through. So that dropped. I think it was not too long ago. So we got that.
That is super exciting.
So, congrats to all of them because that's pretty much Trevino and Clay Holmes and Nestor's first time as All-Stars. And then we have Garrett Cole, who's obviously been on the All-Star game. Who's been in the All-Star game.
So we have, did I count right? 6 Yankees?
Yeah. We have 6 Yankees in the All-Star game.
Nice. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a whole bunch.
No, you're right. And you're absolutely right. So that's it's good to see there. So, all right. Lisa, you want to get the preview of the upcoming series of the Yankees Reds? As we'll get to our awards in 1 second, but I figured we're rolling the preview, so we might as well get that going.
So before that, let me preview tonight's game.
Oh.
Because there is a game tonight. We have for the Boston Red Sox, we have Nick Pivetta. He's a right-hand pitcher. His record is 8-6. He has a 3.68 ERA and 95 strikeouts on the season so far. And he will be going up against Jameson Taillon, right-hand pitcher, 9-2 record, 3.63 ERA and 74 strikeouts on the season thus far. We also have for our series versus the Reds, game 1, which is on the 12th. The very scary TBD will be playing Garrett Cole. Garrett is a right-hand pitcher. He's our ace, 8-2 record, 3.26 ERA, and 124 strikeouts on the season so far. Game 2, which is on July 13th, TBD again versus Luis Severino, right-hand pitcher, 5-3 record, 3.11 ERA, and 94 strikeouts on the season. And game 3 will be played on my mom's birthday, July 14th. Happy birthday, Mommy. TBD is celebrating Mom's birthday by playing a third game in a row. And they will be fighting it off against one of Mom's favorite Yankees, Nasty Nestor Cortez Jr. She is on the Nasty Nestor train. He is our left-handed pitcher with a 7-3 record, 2.74 ERA, and 95 strikeouts on the season thus far. And newly announced All-Star reliever, All-Star reservist, I mean.
All right. So we got that straightened out as the Yankees welcome the Reds into the stadium. And let's get to our little out of order. But all right, we got our awards of the week. We'll start it with the top of the heap, hitter of the week. And I will get this one kicked off with Gleyber Torres is my hitter of the week. Gleyber was batted .419 on the week with .486 on base percentage and a .516 slugging percentage, going 13 for 31. 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs, 4 walks, and only 5 strikeouts. So Labor looked pretty good throughout the week, cutting down on that swing, not really swinging out of his shoes every pitch, using the whole field. And that's usually when I think he's at his best. Lisa, who do you got this week?
This might surprise you. It surprised me. I was originally going to pick Glaber, but then as I was looking at the stats, I was like, I got to give it to this one. Aaron Hicks.
Aaron Hicks I felt like there was a legitimately handful of good choices this week.
There was.
They had a pretty damn good week offensively. So go ahead. What do we got with Aaron Hicks?
So Aaron Hicks for the week had a batting average of 500. His OPS was 1.954, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 7 runs, 8 hits, 3 walks. His on-base percentage was a 579, and his slugging percentage was a 1.375. So I had to give it to him. Good job, Aaron Hicks. I thought I would never give you that.
Yeah, it's good to get some fresh faces, some new names into the awards of the week. Because, we don't want a lot of times we go Aaron Judge. Yeah, sure, okay. But,
Stanton.
Yeah, exactly. Stanton, a handful of guys, whatever. But now we're going ahead and spreading the wealth a little bit. So, all right. So, you have something on Aaron Judge as well. Now that I name dropped him right there.
I do. I have a couple of stats on him. So, these stats were provided before yesterday's game. So they may be a little bit old, and I don't have the actual numbers for them. But this is how it was read on the TV. Aaron Judge is first in home runs in Major League Baseball, first in runs in Major League Baseball. His exit velo is third in Major Leagues, and he is fourth in number of RBIs in the Major Leagues. So I just thought that was very impressive. He's in the top 5, and in the case of home runs and runs, he's in first place in all of Major League Baseball so far this season. So there's no surprise that he had the most votes and was the first person guaranteed to be in the All-Star game. He's just having an amazing year so far, and I really hope the second half continues to work out for him.
Yeah, he's on just a torrid pace. AL MVP race, he's definitely the leader in that. I'm pretty sure he's like the odds-on favorite for those who like to wager a little bit. So, I hope he just stays healthy. Knock on wood there, keeps on crushing it. Yanks maintain this lead. I'm sure he'll get some rest days later in the season, but you can't sit him a bunch of days though if he's got that chance to crack 61. It's still the special number, so. Hopefully he gets a shot at that, and we can worry about that when we get to that point. So.
Yeah.
I think our difficulties might be because it seems like that is. I'm clicking. Okay, there we go. Our King of the Hill pitcher of the week. 6 clicks later, I was almost gonna blow in the cartridge or something and start doing something like that because this is ridiculous. Lisa, who's your pitcher of the week?
So once again, I'm not sure if I've ever picked him before. I might have, but this time around, I went with Lucas Luetge.
Nice. Yeah. Luetge seems like he's been turning it around lately, getting back on track. More like the 2021 version.
Yeah. So for this week, his stats are: he has a 0 ERA, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. His whip is 1.00, and his batting average against is a 222.
Nice. I went with Luis Severino for his start against the Pirates the other day. Going 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs, and picking up the win. Clay Holmes was a runner-up, but
he's going to get it a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just seems like it's too easy to kind of go that route. So I don't know. Sevy gets my nod of the week for our pitcher of the week. So
nice.
All right. There was an article I wanted to address because I know there's like trade rumors swirling around now regarding Joey Gallo heading around. That. Yes, there's been a lot of that, but I think we'll probably maybe just save that for the page because I'm not going to be able to waste the time pulling up the article over here. But Andrew Benintendi is the one who apparently the Yanks have been reaching out to in the Royals. So We did mention that a couple of weeks ago here, so we're hopefully speaking it into existence. Some team will take a shot with Joey Gallo, and honestly, good luck to him wherever you end up, because it just seems like it's not working out.
It's been nice, little Nicky. It's been nice.
We'll be able to have something on that coming up soon. So, do you let me go ahead and cue up that lovely music that we love to play at the end? Sorry, because everything seems to be going just a little bit slower today, for whatever the heck that reason is. Maybe it's the heat, maybe it's StreamYard. Who knows what it is? But thanks for joining us as always. And enjoy the Sunday night game. I don't know if it's a K-Rod simulcast. I had to bring it up. I had to get your reaction out of you with that. Oh, who the hell knows? I know he was at the Met game yesterday for his boy Keith and Anthony, so that's fine. But thanks for joining us as always. We will see everyone back next Sunday night after the Yankees-Red Sox afternoon game. So we'll see you then. If you like what you heard this evening, go ahead and join us on Facebook and join the Empire 161 Show group where we share lineups and highlights and all of that stuff and on a daily basis. So go ahead and join that. Join Pop Culture Pros as well. That's the mothership. That's who we're presented by. If you're joining us on YouTube, hit subscribe for Pop Culture Pros and go ahead and check out all the other cool stuff. Twitter at Empire161 Show. Go ahead, click on it, follow us, join us, tweet at us, do whatever you want to do, and we'll answer you back as much as we can there. So appreciate that. And if you're joining us in the audio-only version, hit subscribe on Pop Culture Pros. We got a bunch of cool stuff. If you're into comic books and such, and I saw Thor twice now, we'll be talking about it on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. A certain night for us, as Rick Cedras will be filling in for Jason, as Jason is on vacation. So we'll be talking about Thor and the season finale of The Boys, season finale of Miss Marvel, so check that out. If you're into wrestling, go ahead and check out Tim and Eric on the Just Too Sweet show on Tuesday nights. Want more Tim and Eric? Check out the A to Z show on Friday nights. And if you can't get enough Tim, we appreciate that, but also check out Put It in the Book show with Faraci and Rodriguez and Keith as they break down the New York Mets every week. James Bond, if that's your jam, check out Double O Deep Dive with Jason and Ginny. And if you're into Disney, check out Skyliner Views on Thursday nights with Gabby and Ashley as they go ahead and talk about everything Disney related. So check that out. And one quick question comment on Facebook. William Kushal, thanks for joining us and dropping us a quick message as we're signing off. Rewind and check out the whole episode. But yes, Go Empire is correct. So we'll be seeing you next week. Let's go Yankees and have a good week.
Peace. That's right. Have a good week, everybody.